comeback that wasn't in the third period for the Edmonton Oilers. Us and Dry said you could Uno reverse it and put good third period and then that and that. But no, I like the way that we did it because the Oily, it's the comeback that almost was. The Edmonton Oilers, the way more aggressive team in that third period. The shots in the third period were 17-5 in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. It was the reverse of Game 6 between the Stars and the Edmonton Oilers when Stuart Skinner stood on his head. Well, this one, Jake Ottinger showed he was human. The Oilers did get 3 past him. Just felt like we were so close. It was right there. And Coombsy, we would have been very correct in our prediction. We both thought this game started so late, 8:20 local puck drop. We really were confident that we were going to get some overtime hockey in this game. But the Oily is the third period and the comeback that almost was.
Yeah, the comeback that almost was. And I think this, like I said earlier, felt like a reward for the fans who didn't give up after that terrible second period effort where it felt like, Dallas could run away with this thing with a 6-1, 7-0 win. Something like that's how things were looking in the second period. And then things again flipped around in the third. And the Oilers looked like they did in the first period and buried 3 goals and made this thing interesting. And I think given the context, the 2 injuries, you're already missing your 2 best players. Nobody expects you to win this game. And you're playing the following night on the road in Seattle. You're down 4-0, and everybody already expects the loss. Nobody would really blame you for kind of mailing it in the third period, but the Oilers didn't do that, and they made this thing interesting. And I think that's what I guess gives people optimism about the depth of this team looking really good heading into the playoffs.
The Oilers, they showed some fight in this game. They showed some compete. They had me believing that things might be okay without 97-29 because the effort level was there. It was everything. The weird part I mentioned off the hop, if you do take a look at moneypuck.com, the Edmonton Oilers deserve to win a meter 81% in their favor, 81.8%. The Dallas Stars 18.3 on their end. The Oilers outshot the Stars 45-24, according to NHL.com right now. But once again, just a couple costly mistakes in that small gap there in that second period. You let up the Dallas Stars. Very good hockey team. They will make you pay. But Coombsy, you look at this one with the deserve to win a meter. It's always what I do when we lose. I'm getting very good at loser talk. But overall thoughts on this game, because kind of seems here in the chat, people are disappointed, yes, but kind of proud of the result here as well. What are your instant thoughts of the game?
I think it's honestly, you look at all of the regulation losses a team's going to have over the course of a regular season, games where they don't win and pick up 2 points, they don't lose in overtime or they shoot out and get 1 point and get something like that. And this is one of those games you lose that it's hard to really feel that bad about it. I mean, the middle 20 minutes of this game was a train wreck where Dallas looked like they were running away with it. But the first 20 minutes, the McDavid and Draisaitl Oilers looked very good. And then despite being down 4-0 and most people writing them off, most people saying, I'm going to tune out, I'm not interested. The Oilers gave those who stayed up late to watch the third period down 4-0 a nice reward, coming back with those 3 goals and then making it interesting in the final few moments of the game. Like that was one of those ones where like without their best 2 players in the lineup and they're already down 4-0 2/3 of the way through the game, they could easily just give up and start thinking about the game in Seattle. But they gave it an honest to goodness try and almost came back and won it. And almost came back and got into it. And I think that's a really positive sign. Like you're missing your top 2 players, and that's what your depth players are able to do against a team like the Dallas Stars, who are supposed to be probably the second best team in the Western Conference. That seems like that's a character win for me.
I think there's a lot to hang your hat on after this one. Obviously, that little stretch there in the second period, it was ugly. I like the term you used, train wreck, because it was one of those, you couldn't look away, but you knew exactly what was about to come your way. It's a movie that we've seen plenty of times before, but
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.